Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Copper Owl, bringing you a review on the Lego Galaxy Squad Hive Crawler. So, get this off bricklink for 40 bucks. It's almost completed. It was just missing the helmet of one of the minifigures and two of the Queen's legs. I do have the helmet, but I do not have the parts to replace the Queen's leg yet. So I'm going to give you a little review on this because I feel sorry. I wasn't going to talk about this at all, but I felt sorry for missing the Sunday and Memorial Day. So here's just a little extra video to show off what I got. So yeah, this thing retailed for like 60 bucks. I'm so glad I got it for 40. And it came with all the figures and even the side build. I'm so happy because I am building something with these guys. So yeah, I wanted to get some more Galaxy Squad things, and I'm probably going to buy some more bugoids too. I have one of each, surprisingly. But now I got two mantises. So let's look at the figures. So here we have the creme de la creme, the mantis. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Uses the rubber head and all that. That's so neat. Stop looking at your. I think the bugoids are just the coolest idea, and we need more of these guys. I don't know if the weapons are supposed to be like that or the other way around. Yeah, I think it's the bottom one, so makes it look more like claws. Well, maybe if they held it differently. I wish I had more in these colors. I have those transparent blue ones, but so this is the minifigure that came with it. The little Galaxy Squad guy. I don't know his name. I do have his helmet. I just don't know where I put it, but I do have that helmet. And this is his robot. I think it's missing a pair of binoculars because there was one in the bag and I dropped it. Also, I think his head kind of looks like a rabbit. If you hold it a certain way, like this. Like those are the eyes. Kind of looks like a rabbit looking at you. Or even like this. You can figure out a way how to. I think it looks like a rabbit. But yeah, and he has his own torso. I think the legs are the same, but the torsos are different. No, they're different. Both of them are different. It's pretty neat. And then we have two more other figures. Well, they're sort of figures. Well, not really. They're the larvae or larva. I forget. I think larva is singular and larvae is plural, or it's backwards. So let's go. We got two larvae. They have their translucent little piece. I got them complete. The larvae themselves are just so expensive. Like the cheapest one is like $3. But yeah, they use the little black claws and this little piece. And the neat thing is that they are reversible. So you could have them flying around being a flying enemy, or you could have them crawling like a scorpion. Isn't that's so cool? But of course, the scorpion one could sit on the ground a bit better. And then the flying one. Because the flying one has no way of you like actually being able to prop it up. If only they had like a little hole right there that could have allowed for a bar to fit there. But no, they didn't. And they come in these pods. I think Ninjago used these as well. And it's just so weird to see, like, I figured this set was a lot older, that certain parts were not made in certain colors. Like transparent pink studs and all that. Like bracket pieces. Just some pieces were like, wow, I'm surprised this piece is there. I thought this was more newer, but now what's wrong? So I'll put the larvae back in their thing. And let's get on to the side build, and we'll talk about the queen in a second. This is side build. This nice speeder. It kind of reminds me of those speeders used in Attack of the Clones. Well, not Clone Wars. They used on the ice planet, which is the weirdest planet in the entire. That was the dumbest storyline in Star Wars I've ever seen, because those aliens are not like we know about them. They're in the universe. They're not like tribes and everything. You see one in Mos Eisley's cantina, and you saw one in the original Clone Wars series. One of them's a freaking Jedi. So it made no sense to me, but let's put the space guy in his thing. You gotta put his arms forward for it. All that. His blaster's attached to it. Apparently this is also part of like how it operates, but I love how like just smooth that is. Just it's so smooth. But if they fixed up the back a little bit better, but I can understand it's like it's on a bracket, so. But if that was fixed up a little bit better, I think this would have been so much more cooler. I love speeders. And what's neat about this is that it comes off, this part comes off, and it becomes a little airplane. That was a cool thing about Galaxy Squad. I never really had the sets growing up, except for like one polybag. And it might not even been Galaxy Squad. It might have been Space Police. But it was a green guy. And you go, ooh, and all that. So I thought that was cool. And I guess those are his weapons. Like he's a melee guy. I don't know too much about the lore. All I know is really the bugoids and all that. So put this back together. Imagine this beauty in Blacktron, black and yellow. But this is a neat piece I've never had before. I don't even know where it comes from. But it's a long piece. I'm going to show that off for a second. Look at that. I've never seen that piece before. But it's like, it also just tells me like how simple speeders are. And I keep when I make speeders, I keep overthinking them. And it drives me insane. Anyway, let's talk about the queen. So the queen, this big thing, let's see if we can get it on camera. It's essentially like, it's a catapult. It reminds me of the Cedars from Gears of War 3. All that. Turn them into catapults. You can see like it has a wheel system underneath. It's very simple. And the legs, how they work, it's like you got all the joints right there, being operated by that single wheel, but the middle leg just sits in the middle, and with the movement is pushed up and down. Like it's on a loose enough peg, it goes straight down every time. Look at the head. Look at that. Buzz, buzz, buzz. It has a mouth print. It's the mouth. Isn't that cool? Yes, yes. Yes, crawl into my mouth. Yes. And this is a lot frailer than you would expect. A lot of the build kind of like, it's fairly loose. And looking at the different building techniques used in this, it's like, oh wow. But you can see it's kind of like it wants to come apart. So some piece in here, it's freaking warped. I assume it's actually this brown piece right here. But yeah, some pieces of this is kind of warped. And it wants to come apart. Especially like around here. I've been fixing this part. The head is connected with this. I think it's possible to make a smaller version of this queen. And all that. Get in there. And like, how's it? Like, it's so intriguing. I got the instruction manual. But I just want to, let's take this, look at that. Man, look at that. Oh my goodness, look how bad that is. Wow. That is beat up in there. I did not expect that. Well, no wonder it was $40, but still. I'll have to replace that eventually. If I could get this back in there. There we go. And I don't even know what this... Oh, no, this is just a slope. Okay. So then you have these cannons. No, that connected to the... I don't know how this is supposed to be, like, on a joint or something. Like, it's supposed to be going back and forth. Or is it supposed to stay like that? I'm not sure. I do like this, like a little bit of a platform. If these weren't here, maybe you could kind of consider it like as a freaking, like one of those World War II tanks before the bugs. I would consider it like that. Maybe even, again, like if I rebuild this thing in a different way, I would put like newer stuff in here to make the bug queen a bit more different. To make it like an actual vehicle. Because the lore is that the vehicles are not vehicles, they're actually insects. So this is actually a creature. This is a creature build. And the thing is that so are the other ones. They're all creature builds, but they're biomechanical. Because apparently these are like what is it? Like a descendant of the insectoids, which are biomechanical. Which I think it is, they were insects, and some robots were disguising themselves as insects. And they were microscopic, apparently. And now these are like the result of like years of being stuck with the insect. It's the insectoids. Like they're probably mutants of humans. It explains where they come from and everything. But yeah, kind of a little creepy. Then you got, let's look at the thorax. Is it the thorax or I think it's the thorax? Yes. So this is the catapult device. This is connected with rubber bands. I probably wouldn't even bother putting a catapult if I rebuilt this. I would probably turn it into like a troop transport. More likely. Just have something that sits there. Because look at all that space. The mantis is a pretty big figure. And this even goes up and down a bit. But look at all that space the mantis has. There's probably enough room to fill in this thing with a bunch of critters. And all that. Yeah, there's... If you design it right. And I'm thinking... Oh, look, I finally actually managed to pop one. You know how long I've been trying to get... I've been trying to get these things to pop open for the last few hours. And I dropped one. But let's continue with the review. Because my idea would be something similar to scorpions, where the babies crawl on the mama's back and everything. So have it be like, okay, there's like a turret there that makes it like a scorpion. And everything. And it's like a bit of a troop transport. More like a cave scorpion, because cave scorpions don't have stingers. They have them on the front, though. But anyway, so you grab the eggs, pods. And another thing that kind of confirms it to me that the bugoids are freaking you say like it sits all the way back there. And maybe you're supposed to get like a bunch of these because there's other sets that have these and fill it up. I did that wrong. Like it scoots down in there and it launches it, but not that far. But it's a very effective catapult. It's really nice. So one of my problems with the set, it's like I don't really have anything wrong with it. I just wish it came with more pods and bugs. And maybe another soldier. Again, this is supposed to be the queen. Maybe 2 mantises and pilot. Because the mantis is not supposed to be the pilot. It's supposed to be the drones. The regular bugoids that are the pilots. So the mantis will probably be like helping it out. and everything. So yeah, it's would I recommend this set to other people? It's like, that's a little bit of a problem, because one, it's really hard to get, it's really expensive, and two, it's a I was lucky to get this one because other ones were more expensive and they didn't even have the figures. But you would but to rebuild this thing, I think that would be an actual pretty grand challenge. Because look at all the unique pieces you got to get for this, like UFO dishes and all that, these turrets, which I might take out. But this is the first time I've ever had this piece. I've never had these pieces before. I love it. It's so smooth. Oh, it's so nice. Nipple, nipple, twing, twing, fly. I love Mystery Science Theater. It's a flying mummy. Woo. Anyway, I was like, this is so cool. I want, it makes me want more. And it's like, yeah, if you could get yourself one of these, yes. I wonder, can he hold a figure in his mouth? Yes, my queen. Get it. Like, this was, ooh, kind of can. Yeah, you can. No. Yes. This is so cool and so nice. We need these back. And I'm going to try to make a custom of one of these using the parts and everything. I just don't know, should I go down a beetle route because it's going to be for them, or should I go down more of a like a scorpion? And the thoughts have occurred to me that maybe I could go down the beetle route because it'll be a little bit easier, but in that I could get boulder pieces and fling them because it's a dung beetle. Huh? Get it? Huh? You get it. Yeah, you get the joke. But, or I just stick to just making like a more refined version of the coin. Just like kind of yeah, with the scorpion essentially. It's like, it's more of like a battle vehicle than it is a freaking giant bug. And then also lets me add, like, would these guys have weapons? Or are they more physical fighters? Because to me, these guys are more like, they're more the powerhouses and everything. Like, they're armor plated, they could fly and everything. I think that these guys would actually take several shots and are more like the alien from Alien, and that it's just an indestructible machine and they swarm up on you. That's what I get from these guys. So I don't think they would use weapons. I think like the mantis and the mosquito and the drone are a lot weaker and they need weapons, but these guys don't. So what do you think? Give them a weapon or not? But anyway, oh wait, before I forget, buy my book, Get Big Cassius Crossroads, at authorhouse.com. Anyway, thank you all very much. I hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye.